What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And it looked like one Indiana Fever player has already signed to a Euro League, and fans is definitely not happy about it. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Also know the current state of the Indiana Fever basketball team is not on the up and up right now, man. Currently got superstar player Caitlin Clark down with the injury. They have pretty much broken their 2-game win streak. Stephanie White is looking more and more like Christy Size 2.0, bro. I mean, the fans is just furious right now. Constantly talking about Stephanie White. What she's doing with this offense is mind-blowing to me. The pieces was already set in stone. Last couple games, it worked. Huge shout out to Ari McDonald. Ari McDonald showing up, showing out. I think she had another big time double digit game last night. She had like 14 points. Shout out to her. She's becoming a playmaker. She's playing her part in a major way. Now, a lot of fans is definitely mad with the fact that none other than Chloe Peterson is kind of leading on that they can't keep her. When we proved on our channel yesterday, the first ones talk about this, that she can be kept. But whatever the case may be, people want to cut Bree Turner. And I'm here to tell you, they're not going to cut Bree Turner because for the simple fact, it's going to hurt free agency. That's what I've been reading from articles. That's what people have been saying. If they cut Bree Turner, it's going to put a bad taste in other free agents' mouths about coming to Indianapolis. Now, a lot of people have been saying, possibly thinking that they're going to cut none other than MAKAYLA Timpson. Now, MAKAYLA Timpson is quickly turning into a fan favorite coming over from FSU. Well, what if I was to tell you that MAKAYLA Timpson has already signed to another basketball team? Because she has. Let's pull it up right now. Now, when I first came across this article, I thought it was clickbait. I didn't think it was for real. And after my further analysis, come to find out that it actually was real. And she really did sign to a Euro basketball league. So, guys, let's go over this article right now because this one, my friends, is definitely crazy. It says MAKAYLA Timpson is a newcomer at USK Per. June 7th was when this article was written right here. Let's scroll down here. I believe this article is from overseas, so bear with me with the reading here. Say strengthening their roster with 22-year-old American forward MAKAYLA Timpson. For season 2025 to 26, she played last season with the Indiana Fever WNBA. In 2 games, she recently secured only 2 points. This summer, she was drafted by the Indiana Fever WNBA in the second round, 19th overall. The former Florida State University star is in her first season in pro basketball. She was also voted to Associated Press All-American Honorable Mention in 2025. MAKAYLA Timpson, ZVVZUSK Per, I don't know what that is, basketball league. So I'm guessing she signed to this league, bro. From my understanding, from what I'm picking up here, MAKAYLA Timpson, I'm thinking she's signed to this Euro basketball league, bro. Strengthening her roster. Now, a lot of people was thinking that MAKAYLA Timpson is leaving. From my understanding, her signing to this league was an off-season deal. So this is what she's going to be doing during the off-season, is actually playing over here in this league. I don't think she's leaving the Fever, guys. I think this was just an off-season move to where she can get some money, bro. It's all about money, dog. All about money. I still think because she was very much in the video yesterday, which I'm about to play here shortly. She was in the video yesterday. She's still on the basketball team. So for people thinking MAKAYLA Timpson is not on, and actually she played yesterday. I believe she got put in. So she's definitely still on the basketball team, guys. She ain't going nowhere. I believe this is just an all-season move for her to make even more money. Shout out to her. Get your bag. You know, so shout out to her, man. Let's look and see what people saying online. So yeah, so this news came out yesterday here. I mean on the 7th, MAKAYLA Timpson on a deal until January. So it looked like the deal is until January. So she's definitely going to be playing in this league. Yeah, man. So let me see what some comments say up under that there. Yeah, so a lot of people really didn't hear about this, but we found out about it, man. Shout out to her. So it looked like Stephanie White spoke to the media yesterday. We're going to play a little bit of that for you guys who missed it. And like always, man, get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because you know what? I'm going to bring you news. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.
I think they did that a little bit in the first quarter too, and we were able to regroup. Their physicality on the defensive end really affected us. It took us out of what we wanted to do and forced us to rush offensively. And they've got really good shifty guards that can get downhill, and we didn't do a good job of guarding our yard or being in rotation. And they've got great post players. They got Olympians on this roster, right? And our ability to match that physicality on the defensive end, our positioning, our connectedness, I thought wasn't there, and they took advantage of it.
And what was the difference between the physicality, you think, like in the first half versus that third quarter and fourth?
Yeah, I don't know if it was different. I just felt like we handled it better early in the ballgame.
I know fouls are kind of the story of the season, and it's not always fun to talk about fines, but 6 through 3 quarters just seems incredibly low. Did you feel like you weren't getting a lot of calls early that impacted late in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been that way all season for us. But again, I think that an area for growth for us is like, you know, we've got to be able to play through that. Obviously, it's being able to happen. So we've got to find a way to play through that. We've got to use physicality in a way that we can, you know, use our movements and some of our pressure releases against them. We've got to find a way to finish with contact. You know, I felt like the other thing that it forced us to do today was get very tunnel vision. We got away from moving the ball. You know, we got a lot of ISO threes instead of a lot of kick out threes. And so it forced us to be a little bit more tentative in tunnel vision.
How do you take that into practice in the coming days in terms of building off of all that feedback?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to get, you know, we got to get the guys that we practice against to continue to beat the shit out of us, right? To be physical and to make things difficult for us. And, you know, we've got to be able to handle that. You know, I think growth in terms of mental toughness, right? And in terms of being able to stay focused and locked in, being able to get to the next action. Being able to utilize pressure releases and not force it to freeze us are all things that we can continue to work on in practice.
Atlanta had a 44 to 27, I think, rebounding advantage.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, something to do with physicality as well?
I mean, I don't know. You know, they got big bodies in there with Breezy and BG, and you know, oftentimes that was a result of us being in rotation because we got beat on straight line drive, and so when we're in rotation off of straight line drives, a lot of them are roaming free, and you know, it's tough for our bigs to come in there when they're guarding their bigs and rebound. Our guards have to do a little bit better job. I don't know what our guard rebounding was, but you know, we've got to be able to have our guards average 3 or 4 rebounds each. Now they're a tough matchup for us, and they had their way with us tonight.
Alicia Gray had a great game.
Yeah.
One of the Olympians you were talking about.
Yeah.
She's had a great season too. What has made her so good, do you think, this year?
She's one of my favorite players in this league. You know, I just think that she's incredibly talented. She's gotten better every year. She continues to just allow the game to come to her. You know, she's aggressive to the rim. Her 3-point shooting is really good. You know, great scores get to the free throw line. She does that. She uses her size well. She plays off of her teammates really well. She's a tough matchup.